What's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning on in. Tobin here with you, and appreciate you guys checking us on out. Got a busy week ahead. Going to be boots on the ground at Dolphins camp later on this week, and a lot of fun stuff coming as far as content's concerned. Got a new Porpoise pod that's going to be up later on in the week, and if you guys enjoy that, check us on out. I'll put the link below. If you guys like my content, I would really appreciate a subscription there. All it takes is a click of a button. I mean, come on. You know, how much you do it here, do it there for me if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. In the midst of everything else, the Heat, pretty quiet all in Heatland. I did go on a bit of a ranty rant yesterday on the radio show. If you guys want my thoughts on the Miami Heat getting snubbed, not having a Christmas game, I recommend you checking out youtube.com/ticketmiami. And you guys can check the segment out there. Myself, Leroy Horde. As you know, we go every single weekday from 6 to 10 a.m. But wanted to get to a piece of Heat news that came out yesterday. Not any wailing, not any big trades or boots on the gram like I typically am, but an actual move by the team was announced yesterday that I think is a good one. I think the Heat got better yesterday, full-time wise, in the front office, and that was the addition of Ruth Hunter to a full-time role into the Miami Heat front office. They announced Monday from the Miami Herald that she has been named the Senior Director of Team Development. She's going to be involved with player programs, analytics, and basketball operations and report directly to Andy Ellisberg. And she has been part-time with the Heat's promotion staff and was also part of the broadcast team, but now she is now leaving Bally Sports and the radio broadcast to become full-time in the front office. Pat Riley saying yesterday that Ruth Hunter has been part of the Heat family since the early 2000s when she played for the Miami Soul, played for the great Ron Ross team, my guy, Ron. The knowledge that she has accumulated over the years, most notably having worked in the San Antonio front office, makes this one of the most significant hires we've made in a long time. We're extremely happy with her adding her to the basketball operations full-time and her new role in basketball development. She was a GM for San Antonio's WNBA, the WNBA San Antonio Stars, back in 2016. So really, really cool. She did tweet out yesterday, "It's been an amazing 4 seasons calling the Miami Heat games with our incredible broadcast crew, and now I'm excited for this next chapter in the front office." Ruth is a Hall of Famer. You know, she had a supremely great basketball career. She was obviously unbelievably talented, but I think this is a really, really great move for the Miami Heat, because I will just say I got a chance to do like 6 games this year on the radio broadcast, 5-6 games, including a couple playoff games. My boy Zaz got the Rona, so he was out, and I gotta say, you want to talk about just getting smarter watching a basketball game. I don't think I gained any more knowledge or had my eyes opened watching a game more than I did sitting next to Ruth. I mean, the way that she kind of sees things, how the game plays out, right there with Jason Jackson, and the things that she notices, the little things that she notices, the players who are bleeping up, which was kind of cool getting to see. I'm not going to say like which players, you would see like having a slip up or not getting into the right place or things like that. But she sees that stuff like immediately. And then the players are doing good too. Like what's working, what's not working. And obviously these were very high stakes situations, and Ruth was seeing it all. And, like a numbers savant always is like, hey, listen, I'm not the biggest stat guy in the world, but I know good stats when I hear them. And Ruth was absolutely on point with that. And as far as like her role, like definitely noticed in the I'm sure people have talked about this, any of the reports about the Heat contingent that kind of sits there during practices. They have the table, so it's like practices going on, and usually at the table it's usually something of this combination. Riley's always there, Andy's usually always there, Zoe's usually always there, Mickey from time to time, Nick from time to time, and then Spo will kind of walk over there, banty about, do some talking with the boys, discuss what's going on. I guess, I don't know maybe they're talking about like best place to get pancakes. Who knows? But it was definitely noticeable this year that you got to see Ruth Hunter over there a few more times, a bunch of times when we got to actually see practice. Ruth would be over there. So this is definitely something that I don't think is surprising, and I think is definitely deserved because of her knowledge, her credentials, all of that stuff. And I do think that, yeah, they're right, that they have gotten a lot better because her basketball mind is really, really sharp. You know, not surprising with with how many years she has in the game, how great she was at the game. And yeah, I think that's cool too, that she has like this Miami tie for many, many years. But for people who were like, you know, oh wow, it's kind of strange they're putting a broadcaster into the front office. Like, one, this has been a role that she's had for the last couple of seasons, where she was doing some things with the front office already. It's just that she also had the broadcasting gig, and now the broadcasting gig is up, and she is done with that. And there's going to be some openings over there at Bally's between I believe the great Kristen Hewitt. She is stepping away. She announced this year, and now Ruth is stepping away. So a lot of changes are coming to that studio show for the Miami Heat. It'll be interesting to see what direction they go there, and then. Obviously, on the radio side of things, you know, Ruth was doing the calls with Jason Jackson, did everything with Jason Jackson, did the radio broadcast with Jason Jackson. Those two, I mean, I got to tell you want to talk about working your ass off. Jason Jackson and Ruth Hunter going from the broadcast over in the radio, take you behind the curtain here a little bit. Like, they do a pregame piece for the radio broadcast, then they got to scoot all the way over to the Bally booth, which is... It's not a close walk. Like, you got to go up a level around the arena to get on television. You know, you got Jason Jackson, who's dressed to the nines in whatever great suit he's wearing, can't sweat, and then put on a great television broadcast for everybody at home. So those two worked incredibly well together. And what was only, you know, this year, because Jason Jackson was on his first year on the radio broadcast. Mike Inglis did some games with Ruth as well, as John Crotty moved on over to the television booth. So, be interesting to see. Been a lot of changes in Heatland as far as the broadcast team is concerned for the last few years. The lone staple of role really just being Eric Reed as the play-by-play voice. But, you know, over the last 4 years, we've gotten a new television analyst. We've gotten a new radio voice. Now we're going to have a new radio analyst. And, you know, listen, there's a lot of good in-house people that the Heat could probably go with as far as replacement is concerned for Ruth on the broadcast side of things, but or if they want to go into a different, maybe bring in some new blood as far as the I say Michael Beasley. I think that was the first guy that came to mind. Like, if we're not going to go somebody who's already there, but go with somebody who's around. I remember those Michael Beasley, Jason Jackson studio shows. Mwah. I feel like you'd have art on the air immediately, you know? Don't have to have them on TV. Doesn't have to be so stiff like on, you know, all buttoned up. Like, I think you could have loose bees on the air. I think it would be fantastic. Just food for thought, Jason, if you want to just put that out there. Couple of other things I just wanted to touch on before. This kind of annoyed me. I feel bad about what my initial reaction should be, right? Because I love Tim Hardaway. I love what he brought to the Heat. Those teams, you know, that age range is like me growing up with sports. Down here in South Florida, it was like the Marlins, and then it was Zoe and Timmy, right? Like, that's my age range. And I see that Tim Hardaway picked his presenters for the Hall of Fame. And I was a little annoyed / I think hurt strong, but maybe a little hurt that Tim Hardaway has decided he's going more Warrior-centric with his Hall of Fame induction than the Heat. So for the Basketball Hall of Fame is a little bit wonky, right? One, I would say that it's probably got the loosest standards of all the Hall of Fames. Like, they, you know, first of all, it's it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, so your Olympics are brought into the fold, your international, I believe maybe that's redundant, and your college career is also considered with all that. But it was a little surprising to me that he went not completely Warriors, because he's going Isaiah Thomas, Yolanda Griffith, Nate Archibald, but then he goes Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullin. Now, I'm not dismissing the idea that Run TMC, that he should have them there. First of all, I don't remember somebody having this many presenters, and the presenter doesn't really do anything. They just sit up stage with you, right? It's not like they give a speech. It's not like it's not like they give you a big welcome. You're just sitting up there. But I was a little surprised to see that Timmy would go in the direction of not having anybody from the Heat there. Because one, the Heat retired his jersey. The Warriors did not. And two, the playoff battles that Zoe and Tim had, such a resurgent part of his career. I just thought that would have been the case. And it just kind of bummed me out a little bit. I think that the Heat have had such an embrace for Tim in a lot of things. And I wonder if this is a sign of anything. Is he upset with anything? Now, according to Ira Winderman, Heat are expected to have a significant contingent in Springfield for the event, including Pat Riley and former center Alonzo Mourning, who have previously been enshrined. But I'm surprised they're not up there with them. First of all, you already got 5 people up there. What's 2 more? Have them all up there. Every chapter of the life. Archibald, who also is University of Texas El Paso. Let's see this all go. He's got all the ties there. It was just surprising to see. Basically, every stage of his career is represented: high school, college, pros. No Heat. Very strange. I almost feel like Windhorst. Why is that? Why does Tim Hardaway have every piece of his career represented up there, but not the Heat? What's up with that? I want to know. Could be grounds for me having Goran Dragic leap him in the all-time point guard status. I may say. People were saying this. I was reacting to this a little bit on Twitter yesterday. And people were like, take his jersey down. Brr. Let's not be stupid. We're not doing that. Tim Hardaway is still an all-time great. Obviously deserves his jersey retired. In fact, of people who have their jersey retired by the Heat, he's got one of the most stone cold representations of what that could be. But for me, seeing this, I was just like, no Zoe? I feel like Zoe's got to be up there. One more you don't want to have Riley up there too, because Chris Bosh just had Riley, or you feel like Riley's overused. I get it. But Zoe's got to be up there. That's strange to me. I didn't like it.